Hello, everyone. Thank you for supporting the Help and Learn series from UpUp. My name is Carsten Ley. I'm the co-founder of Asia PMO and the Agile CX and PMO consultant. And in this video, I will speak about Agile customer experience, employee experience, and how this can help in the crisis to be more flexible and to focus on the markets. As Asia PMO, we did implementation of experience management and Agile, as you can see in different companies. Now let's start with Agile Management. A lot of you probably do project management, which already helps to speed up, because we don't work operationally, we work project by project. But if we think about traditional project management, it's probably too fixed planning and too rigid in order to react on this crisis. So here you have an overview, Agile. What are some buzzwords? And some of them you probably know. You can use Kanban boards, you can use Scrum and Sprint cycles to speed up and to have iterations with the customer. You can do extreme programming. You actually lock down everybody for a week in a room until they are finished. Very important are retrospective lessons learned sessions, that you really keep your team up to date and that you really work at the end of the day on the backlog. So these are some buzzwords of Agile. I go now quickly through what Agile means. So the four core principles, and that's what we probably see during this crisis a lot, is individuals and interactions are more important than process and tools. So I think the companies who made it very well through the crisis are the ones who have really good employees who could react very fast on the crisis and can come up with a lot of solutions. And also the companies who enable their people very quickly to work from home and to interact with online tools or with any tracking systems. Working software, I mean, Agile is a software-driven methodology at first, but here working software means results. So results are more important than documentation. So in Agile, we try to deliver as fast as possible results and not try to plan and do a lot of stuff without a customer. And then after 6 to 12 months, we show something. No, we show already intermediate results, and we don't spend so much time on documentation. The third value of Agile is customer collaboration. So even in the development time, during the project, even you have only a prototype or your product is not finished or your service is not defined yet, you already would show that to the customer. The customer can feedback as fast as possible and can be an external customer or in-house customer. And this is more important to have really, really rigid contracts where at the end you fight over little things. No, you and the customer should have the target to get things as fast as possibly done in a maybe time frame contract environment. And what is very important for Agile, that change is seen as something very positive. So change actually enables to adapt faster rather than following just a plan where things probably go down because the environment needs change and we cannot only follow the plan. So these are the four core values of Agile. Now the difference when we look in project management, waterfall projects have a plan and phases. So it goes from one to another and so on. And normally the timelines are fixed, the budgets are fixed and so on. In Agile, we go in circles. So we try to have smaller work packages and go in circles, and we release in each circle. And when we have a release of a prototype or of a draft, we go to the next part and release the next part and so on. So we go a little bit in circles and we want to have faster results. Now, what do we normally use? I mean, it depends on the company, but it's not waterfall or Agile. Actually, most companies and also within the crisis, they use a hybrid approach. So if you look here, even companies with a high agility, they use 37% a hybrid approach, because of course you need a little bit security on planning, on workforce management. But within a 2 weeks, a 1 month, a 2 month cycle, depends how your sprint is going, you need to have the agility where people are more flexible. So overall, you can have a plan. I mean, we do the same on objective and key result management, OKRs, where we try to establish a 3 month plan. But within the 3 months, the actions we take towards the key results are flexible. So this is called a hybrid approach. Companies with low agilities, they don't do agile purely, they do hybrid, but almost 50% waterfall. And that probably doesn't work during the crisis. Now, the second topic I want to speak about is experience management. So Agile helps a lot on the planning and the way we work. Experience management helps a lot with whom we work and how to reach the customer, partners, and suppliers. And a lot of you know customer experience, but experience management is more than CX in the middle. It can be employee experience, product experience, digital experience, UI, UX, and brand experience. There are the impacts. So product experience has probably an impact on the costs for you and the customer. Digital experience is a very big growth factor. If you don't go really digital, you don't grow anymore. Brand experience is your reputation, and employee experience together with customer experience, of course, is the loyalty and the retention of people. And why is that so important? Because your products are maybe exchangeable. And what you do, I mean, for example, every company is now on Zoom. It's not really a differentiator. Every company enables work from home. It's not really a differentiator anymore. So you have to have a little bit more than other companies to have a good employee and customer experience. You have to find out how you can do that. Now, what does experience means? I mean, experience means how people feel about you, your product, your service, your work environment, the way you work together with partners, and so on. So experience management can also go in the dimension partner experience, supplier experience, franchise experience. And it's about the feeling. And we normally say from Asia PMO, as long as you feel something good or bad, and whatever feelings you generate, it means you are still engaged and you still probably want to fight for a good result. People who are normally disengaged don't have any feelings. They already gave up. So if people even get angry about things or get emotional, it means still you can work with these people and get and have a very good result and give them a very good experience if you try to understand them. So try to keep people engaged on the employee side, on the partner side, on the customer side. Yeah, and how can we do that? I mean, we have to map their experiences, right? I mean, just to know how they feel is not enough. So we have rating systems for that, but we have to map how they feel in which stage. Here, for example, in e-commerce, on the customer experience, or how they feel on when they are shopping here, the customer name, or example is Lissy, she's shopping for a dress. So how does she feel and what she has to do and what is the impact on her life during the search stage, during the discovery stage, and during the purchase stage. You can map that for employee experience, let's say the onboarding stage, the, the operational working stage, the project working stage, and so on. Yeah, or you can map the recruitment experience of people during the application stage, during the interview stage, and so on. So you can make it for all kinds of experiences here. And you have to find out what are the touch points. So here, for example, let's see that inside the search, there are different functions she can use. She can see pictures, she can see discounts, she sees the categories. These are touch points. We have to find out. And then we find out how she feels on these touch points. So here in this example, she wants the dress online for sure, but maybe we are a little bit pricey and we don't have the right sizes. So there are two touch points where she cannot find a solution immediately, which can disengage a customer. And the same can happen on employee partner experience. So this is what we call a journey map or a rough journey map. There are much more detailed ones to really help you to map it out. And once you have mapped it out, the next step would be to really fully understand and identify what you can do internally. So first understand the customer and employee or partner, what is the issue and where in the journey, and then identify what you have to change on your side, which processes internally you have to change, which communication, which product, which office environment, for example, and so on. And then you implement the changes and you measure the impact. So you have to ask the people again, or your partners or your customers, are they happy with it or not? Was it enough what you did? Yeah. And this should be a continuous improvement cycle. So experience management is not about big project, and that's why it really fits with Agile. It's the same that you do small 2 to 4 weeks actions, you try things, you measure again. Is it enough? And then you do another one, or you do the same thing again to improve. Now, why do we do that? I mean, if you see here in the graphic, which is now for employee engagement, as an example, great experience lead to great results. So in case you really get engaged employees and have great experience with you, we can see a higher revenue growth. We can see in factories less accidents. We have less sick days. We have, of course, a lower turnover, which is very important. And it even, if the employee is happy, that's what Richard Branson is saying, they make normally the customer more happy. So the last 3 points about customer promoter score, the higher customer advocacy, that the customer feels also more engaged to talk with staff who is engaged and helps him, and so on. So experience management is very important, that you get better results for your customers, for your employees, for the partners, and so on. So thank you very much. Thank you for watching these lessons. Please continue to support Help and Learn series. Please subscribe to the Help and Learn channel and watch the other lessons and the other chapter of the series, and take good care. Thank you.